going on, Maine First Media followers? Welcome to the Surgeon General's Warning. I'm your host, Sean Ross Still. And on this week's show, we're gonna dive or ride on that red wave. Ha! Anyway, no, I want to get into talking about how the left is essentially being very, very, very nasty. Now, these are the people that claim they're on some moral high ground all the time. Yeah, okay. So anyways, I want to get into talking about these attacks that have been happening with Sean Moody. As you guys know, I've attended a couple of the gubernatorial debates, and I've also been out to a few of the sine waves. Well, one thing I can tell you, Moody is not lacking any people support. Every time I go out to these debates and Sean has a sine wave, well, he has a sine wave at every debate, but there's always way more Moody supporters than anyone else. Now, if that's any indication on how these lying news publication rags just lie, I don't know, the proof is in the pudding, I guess. Well, anyways, every time Sean has a good debate, within the, I don't know, a day or two after, there's always an attack. Why? Well, that's what the left does. I mean, you've seen it from time and time again. I mean, even since President Trump has been elected, you've seen it time and time again. Look at the Stormy Daniels. That was all attacks. Every time Trump does something well, the left media attacks him. Now, they have so much power that they're able to do this to even gubernatorial candidates that they don't like. Well, every time Sean has a really kick-butt debate, you read about something. Just like 5 days ago, we had the discrimination complaint that was filed 12 years ago that was rescinded. What does that have to do with anything? And then you notice how the media attacks him like, oh, well, you should have come out and told us from the very beginning about this. Well, see, this is the problem. When this type of stuff happens within a business, and it does get drug out through court, a lot of the times they end up putting what's called a gag order on it. Well, this gag order is supposed to keep all parties from opening up. But, you know, lately when it seems to do anything with the left, forget it. So, this person ends up coming out and speaking against Sean. Well, Sean can't speak about it because he doesn't want to get sued. See, this is what the media was banking on, for him to open his mouth so that they could come with a countersuit. I guarantee that's probably along the lines of what it was. Or they were thinking something. I'm sure there was probably 5, 6, 7 other things they were putting in with that care package they were trying to take him down with. But it didn't work. And this is why. Because he was able to reveal that, yes, the insurance companies all settled, but the complaint was rescinded. So that, in my eyes, just shows that somebody was looking for a paycheck. But anyway, I mean, we can go back a few more times, too. Getting into, there was, I'm not sure if it was a debate or if it was just questions that were being asked, but it ended up in the news anyways. And it was talking about how Sean said that schools are overfunded. Well, this is the part they didn't tell you. See, they take everything out of context so that they can just get that title. As long as they have that title, most people don't read the article. So they go off of, okay, well, that's what the title said. It's kind of like that saying, you can't judge a book by its cover. Well, now that I've spieled a bit about it, let's get into the part that they didn't tell you. Sean went in to say that yes, schools are overfunded in the sense that the money is staying at if it was a pyramid scheme, it's staying at the top of the pyramid. None of it's working its way down into the classroom or teacher's pocket. It stays in the superintendent's offices, the PTA boards, and all that other crap. It never makes it into the places it needs to be. That's what Sean was talking about. But no, they had to take it out of context so that they could get a title header that says, Sean says schools are overfunded. Oh my God, it really is horrible. Horrible how they just continue this. Now, we'll go into, I got one more example. So, as I was coming up as a kid, my mother always said, you do it 3 times, that's not an accident anymore, that's a habit. So, I'll give you the third one. The third one is they're trying to say that Sean's whole thing is overfunded. Well, they're trying to make it seem like Sean just fell into a bunch of money and is just a really bad person that's just, all about his money. Well, the guy owns 60% of the business. The rest is owned by the employees. So how do they get this narrative? Well, they're trying to make it sound like because he's worked for everything that he's acquired, the collision center, his homes, I'm sure he's bought a few other things that make him happy. It would be expected. It would be to be expected. I mean, if you make money lawfully, legally, in the right way, reward yourself. Well, they're trying to take all of that and make it seem like he's just this disconnected person. Well, that's the furthest thing from the truth. So they're trying to make it so that the public is jealous of his money. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? And then why are we always attacking the people that own the businesses? Look at how many mouths are fed. Come on! But this is how they play the narrative over and over. It just does not stop. And it continues and continues and continues. But like I was saying, Sean has the support. You guys just gotta make sure that you get out and vote for the right person. Because Janet Mills is a career politician. Hayes is Hayes. And Karen is... When I heard that guy debate, man, my head just exploded. He was all over the place. So, definitely look into it yourself. Don't take my word for it. Check out Maine First Media. They got a bunch of topics, bunch of stuff on these topics, so that you can make an informed decision of who the right person is for Maine. Because if you want a real person that has real ideas, that's willing to implement and work with real Mainers, Sean Moody is your man. Now, one thing I do want to say with everything is these attacks just make that red wave even bigger. Because all they're doing is making people like me tell other people, and it just continues. So definitely look into it, share it with your friends, because Sean is definitely the right person. Definitely check out Maine First Media next week so you can get another good episode of me, Sean Ross Still, on the Surgeon General's warning. And remember, a true patriot questions everything. And until next week, be safe, be easy.